Have you ever paused, not just with your body, but with your breath, and asked, why does nature craft something so small, yet so powerful as the blueberry? In my years of guiding others through both discipline and stillness, I've learned that true vitality does not come in grand gestures. It comes in small, intentional choices, like the foods we choose to begin each day with. The blueberry, though humble in form, is one of nature's most profound allies, especially for those walking the later stages of life's path. Many wise practitioners in the world of nutrition recommend this fruit not simply for its taste, but for its quiet strength. Behind its deep purple skin lies a wellspring of healing, sharper memory, clearer vision, steadier energy. And yet, few realize that how and with what you consume this fruit matters just as much as the fruit itself. Today, I will guide you through not only the hidden powers of the blueberry, but also the 3 companions it should never walk beside on your plate, because the wrong combination can quietly erase its benefits or disturb your inner balance. Before we begin, I invite you to reflect, not just on your age or where you reside, but on your willingness to reclaim your health as a form of self-respect. Aging is not decline, it is deepening. And every choice, no matter how small, is a step toward either harmony or imbalance. So, let us begin this journey together. I will share with you 5 ways this fruit can become your daily companion for healing and strength. And later, the cautionary wisdom of what to avoid. Sit with me, breathe deeply. Let us discover how the simplest foods can shape the quality of a long, meaningful life. The first gate we must guard as we age is the mind. Among the many offerings of nature, few are as quietly protective as the blueberry. Behind its color, deep as midnight, lies a compound called anthocyanin. This natural antioxidant is not only what gives the berry its hue, but what gives the brain its shield. It neutralizes what we call free radicals, those unstable elements born from everyday metabolism that over time erode the clarity of our thinking, just as water wears away stone. Though these radicals come from only a small fraction of the oxygen we breathe, their impact, especially over decades, can be profound. They inflame, they disrupt, and eventually they contribute to the mental fog and memory loss that many accept as just old age. But aging does not require surrender, it requires wisdom. Science now echoes what experience teaches. Eating about 30 blueberries a day, small steps repeated, can ease inflammation in the brain, preserve the delicate pathways between thoughts, and restore communication between neurons. What does this mean for you? Not just improved memory, but mental clarity, calm, focus. In our later years, when the world grows quieter and the body asks more gently for care, a clear mind becomes one of life's great treasures. It allows us to remember not only names and numbers, but who we are. It allows us to be present with others and with ourselves. So let the blueberry be your silent ally, a fruit, a defense, a reminder to stay awake within. As we grow older, the body speaks to us in quieter, more subtle ways. One such whisper is the changing nature of how we process sweetness. The sugar that once gave us energy now becomes a challenge to manage. Insulin resistance is a common shift in the aging body. The cells become less responsive. Glucose lingers in the bloodstream longer than it should, and over time, this imbalance lays the foundation for type 2 diabetes and metabolic disorder. But once again, nature offers a gentle ally, the blueberry. With a glycemic index of about 53, blueberries release their sugars slowly. They do not rush, they do not flood the system. Instead, they enter the bloodstream with grace, supporting calm, steady energy and placing less demand on the pancreas. But the blueberry's gift does not stop at blood sugar control. Its polyphenols and soluble fiber go further, enhancing insulin sensitivity and guarding blood vessels from the wear and tear of excess sugar. This is a kind of inner preservation, a quiet resistance to breakdown. Modern research affirms what experience has long suggested. A study in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism found that regular blueberry consumption improved glucose metabolism and reduced inflammation in those with insulin resistance. When you choose blueberries, whether folded into oats, blended into a smoothie, or eaten in mindful silence, you are not just nourishing your body, you are choosing balance. And in aging, balance is the path toward vitality, clarity, and peace. Sight is often the first of our senses to soften with age. The world, once vivid and defined, may begin to blur. Letters grow faint, faces lose clarity, and light becomes harsher. This quiet dimming of vision, though natural, calls for mindful care. Conditions like macular degeneration, cataracts, and glaucoma can slowly steal independence. But we are not helpless. Nature again offers support, this time through the deep indigo gift of the blueberry. Rich in anthocyanins, vitamin E, and carotenoids, blueberries bring nourishment to the very center of vision, the macula. These compounds reduce oxidative stress, improve blood flow through the delicate capillaries of the eye, and help filter the harmful wavelengths of light that strain our sight. Remarkably, blueberries contain up to 30 times more anthocyanins than grapes. This makes them a powerful shield, not just against age-related decline, but also against daily fatigue from screens and artificial light. Each time you choose to eat a handful of blueberries, you are not simply consuming food. You are preserving the lens through which you witness your life. Keep your vision clear, not only to see, but to truly observe, reflect, and appreciate what remains in each passing day. With age, the rhythm of the heart becomes more than a physical beat. It becomes a reminder of time, of presence, and of life itself. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death after 60, not because the heart is weak, but because it is often overburdened by stress, by poor nourishment, by years of silent wear. Yet even here, in the face of such risk, something as unassuming as a blueberry can offer quiet protection. This small fruit carries within it a powerful medicine. Antioxidants, flavonoids, and anti-inflammatory compounds that soothe the blood, relax the vessels, and restore the flow of energy throughout the body. Blueberries help defend against oxidized cholesterol, inflammation of the arteries, and the gradual stiffening of blood vessels that limits our vitality. Environmental toxins, emotional tension, and modern diet strain the cardiovascular system, but studies show that simply eating 30 blueberries a day can reduce the risk of heart disease by up to 15%. A simple ritual, a profound return. The anthocyanins in blueberries preserve the elasticity of the arteries, support healthy circulation, and slow the aging of the heart's inner landscape. Blood pressure softens, the risk of stroke recedes. To care for your heart is to care for your essence. Begin the day with blueberries or take them in the quiet of the afternoon. Let each bite be an act of restoration, a way to keep your inner rhythm strong, balanced, and deeply alive. The skin, our outermost layer, reflects the quiet stories written beneath it, sunlight we've absorbed, emotions we've carried, years we've lived. As age unfolds, we begin to notice its subtle shifts, fine lines, dryness, darkened spots, and a fading glow. Many reach for creams or serums to restore what time has softened, but true renewal does not begin on the surface. It begins within. Blueberries, modest in form yet rich in nourishment, offer the body what it needs to regenerate naturally. Their abundance of vitamin C and anthocyanins supports the production of collagen, the very fabric that keeps skin firm, smooth, and luminous. This inner scaffolding, strengthened from within, holds the face with grace and resilience. Beyond structure, their antioxidants shield the skin from silent enemies. UV rays, pollution, and inflammation, all of which hasten aging's pace. With consistent intake, blueberries help soften fine lines, reduce discoloration, and restore hydration. Their high water content offers gentle fullness to the skin, like a stream feeding dry roots. And over time, something remarkable emerges, a face not only clearer, but calmer, a complexion not only brighter, but more alive. Beauty, when rooted in nourishment, carries integrity, And when you care for your skin through food, not vanity, you allow your natural essence to shine through. In this way, the blueberry becomes more than a fruit. It becomes a reminder of self-respect, of aging gracefully, and of allowing the light within to rise gently to the surface. They are small, almost unnoticeable in the hand, yet their influence within the body ripples far beyond their size. Blueberries, nature's quiet medicine, touch every corner of your well-being, from memory and focus to blood flow, vision, skin, and mood. Whether eaten fresh, frozen, or gently folded into a warm bowl of grains, this fruit asks for little but offers much. Making blueberries a daily companion is not about complexity. It is about presence, a mindful choice, one that quietly builds resilience over time. For those walking the later chapters of life, this simple act can be a turning point, a return to nourishment, not just for the body, but for the spirit. But to benefit fully, one must also know what to avoid. Just as a fire is affected by the wood it is fed, the healing effect of blueberries is shaped by their companions at the table. Some pairings diminish their strength, others introduce imbalance. Let us now speak of the 3 common foods that should not accompany this fruit, beginning with one that often surprises many: cow's milk. It may seem harmless, tossing blueberries into your morning cereal or blending them into a milkshake. Milk has its own virtues: calcium, protein, and nourishment. Yet, when consumed alongside antioxidant-rich fruits like blueberries, its chemistry begins to clash. The core issue lies in digestion. Dairy contains lactose and specific proteins that your body prioritizes breaking down. In doing so, it may unintentionally reduce the absorption of the very compounds that make blueberries so powerful, especially anthocyanins, the pigments that give blueberries their rich hue and their ability to fight inflammation, support memory, and nourish blood vessels. There is another layer, vitamin C. This nutrient, also abundant in blueberries, plays a key role in immune strength and skin repair. But when paired with milk, it may be partially neutralized, broken down too quickly, or blocked from entering your bloodstream at its full potency. And so, even though both milk and blueberries hold value on their own, together they become less than the sum of their parts. If your morning ritual involves a smoothie or yogurt with blueberries, consider a small shift, one rooted in both wisdom and kindness. Replace cow's milk with a plant-based alternative: unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or coconut milk. These choices are naturally free of lactose, and they do not interfere with the absorption of antioxidants. They allow the blueberries' gifts to remain intact, unmuted, and deeply effective. Even more powerfully, give space between the two. Wait 2 to 3 hours between eating dairy and blueberries. This interval, though small, honors your body's rhythms. It gives each food the time and attention it needs to nourish you fully. In the path of health, timing is as important as content. Awareness is as important as action. When you eat, do not simply fill the stomach. Ask instead, what am I feeding in myself? Vitality, stillness, clarity. The blueberry offers all 3, but only if we do not silence its voice with incompatible companions. This is not about restriction, but refinement. The art of eating, like the art of living, lies in harmony, in choosing wisely, in learning which combinations open us and which ones close us off from our natural strength. Let this be your practice, not just to eat, but to eat with reverence for your age, your body, and the quiet wisdom that still grows within you. Among nature's most refreshing offerings, the cucumber stands as a symbol of clarity, light, hydrating, and cleansing. Its crisp texture and high water content support blood pressure, nourish digestion, and ease the heat of summer from within. It is no wonder we find it in salads, juices, and wellness drinks, often beside fruits like blueberries. But in the practice of mindful eating, even 2 healthy foods can become incompatible companions. Cucumber contains an enzyme, ascorbate oxidase, also known as ascorbitase. This enzyme, though naturally occurring, holds the capacity to interfere with one of the most precious nutrients in blueberries, vitamin C. Vitamin C is not only a shield for the immune system and a supporter of skin repair, it is also a key to collagen formation and iron absorption. Yet when consumed alongside cucumber, this nutrient may begin to break down before your body has the chance to absorb it fully. This is not a matter of fear, but of awareness. Timing, once again, becomes the quiet force that determines whether your food heals or merely passes through. If you wish to honor both the cucumber and the blueberry for their gifts, allow them space. A gap of 30 minutes between eating the two is enough for your body to fully welcome what each offers. This small adjustment brings great return, especially for those in later stages of life where every bite should carry meaning, intention, and the potential to nourish deeply. Eat with wisdom, eat with rhythm. And the body, like a well-tuned instrument, will sing in harmony. Pineapple and blueberry, two fruits radiant in color and rich in nutrients. Their sweetness invites joy, and their antioxidants promise renewal. It is easy to see why they often share a bowl, a smoothie, or a summer plate. Yet harmony in nature does not always come from similarity. Both pineapple and blueberry carry high acidity, and when brought together, their combined force can overwhelm the quiet rhythms of digestion, especially in older bodies where the fire of the stomach burns more gently. Pineapple contains bromelain, a powerful enzyme that supports inflammation reduction and protein breakdown. Blueberries bring vitamin C and other potent compounds for healing, but when consumed at the same time, their acids may not balance, they may intensify. For those with sensitive stomachs, the result may be discomfort, bloating, reflux, or unease. Even those with strong digestion can feel off-center when acidic foods are consumed in excess or on an empty stomach. The solution is not avoidance, but wisdom. Let space become your ally. A simple pause, perhaps an hour between the two, gives your digestive system time to process, rest, and receive each fruit's benefits fully. In this way, you honor both gifts without forcing them to compete. Let your meals be a reflection of balance. Just as we would not rush two conversations at once, we should not rush two acids into the same space. Choose with care, and your body will respond with ease, gratitude, and harmony. In life, it is often the smallest things that carry the deepest power. A moment of silence, a breath, a handful of blueberries. This unassuming fruit, no larger than a fingertip, holds within it a remarkable concentration of healing, an inner force that touches nearly every system of the aging body. It nourishes the brain, fortifies the heart, supports clear vision, and helps preserve the youthful resilience of the skin. But as with many things in the art of living well, intention matters. So too does timing, and perhaps most overlooked, combination. You see, when blueberries are eaten in harmony with the right companions, they become more than just nourishment. They become medicine. However, when paired unwisely, their power can be diminished, their benefits lost in the shadows of interference. We have already explored foods such as cow's milk, cucumber, and pineapple. Each, though wholesome in its own right, can quietly weaken the full potential of blueberries when consumed together. Whether by limiting nutrient absorption, introducing digestive stress, or interfering with antioxidant function, these combinations teach us one truth: even health must be handled with care. Yet this is not a story of restriction. It is a lesson in refinement, because just as some foods interfere, others enhance. And when chosen with awareness, these allies can elevate the blueberries' gifts into something truly transformative, especially for those over 60 who seek not just longevity, but vitality. Let us now turn to three companions that do not hinder, but amplify. 1. Banana, the gentle catalyst. The banana is often dismissed for its simplicity. It is soft, familiar, predictable. Yet within that simplicity lies quiet wisdom. Bananas are rich in potassium, vitamin B6, and magnesium, minerals essential for heart health, nerve function, and stable energy. But more importantly, they offer soluble fiber, particularly pectin, which slows the digestion of sugars and regulates blood glucose levels. This is of profound importance as we age, when energy highs and lows can become more pronounced. When paired with blueberries, something subtle but powerful occurs. The fiber in bananas improves the body's ability to absorb antioxidants like anthocyanins and vitamin C. The result is greater cellular protection, reduced inflammation, and deeper immune support. Where one fruit offers sweetness and grounding, the other offers sharpness and restoration. Together, they bring balance. You can enjoy this pairing in many ways, layered into oats, blended into a smoothie, or simply sliced into a fruit bowl. For a nourishing morning ritual, blend one ripe banana with a handful of blueberries, plant-based milk, and a sprinkle of flax or chia. You'll begin your day not with a sugar rush, but with calm, sustaining energy. Even something as humble as a banana, gentle in taste and grounding in nature, invites us to practice awareness. For many, especially those walking through their 60s and beyond, the banana is a source of comfort. But comfort must never replace consciousness. If your body is working to regulate blood sugar, choose bananas that are just ripe, firm, with only a few brown spots. Overripe bananas, soft and heavily speckled, may release their sugars too quickly, tipping the balance your body works hard to maintain. If your kidneys are under strain, or if you are taking medications that conserve potassium, approach bananas with care. Though rich in this essential mineral, too much potassium can challenge the heart when the body cannot properly eliminate the excess. Do not eat bananas alone on an empty stomach, especially not first thing in the morning. Their natural sugars are better received when tempered by fiber, healthy fats, or protein, such as a handful of walnuts, a spoonful of chia, or the subtle strength of the blueberry. And if your digestion is delicate, avoid bananas served cold, straight from the refrigerator. Let them come to room temperature, allow the body to receive them without tension or shock. In the end, the banana is neither good nor bad. It is a tool, and like any tool, its power is defined by how and when it is used. Let each choice you make with food be rooted not in fear, but in respect. 2. Plain Greek yogurt, the foundation of strength. Next, we come to Greek yogurt, thick, unsweetened, and deeply nourishing. Unlike traditional yogurt, it is strained to concentrate its protein, making it ideal for preserving lean muscle mass, a key concern for older adults facing age-related muscle loss or sarcopenia. But its value runs deeper than protein. Greek yogurt contains probiotics, friendly bacteria that tend the garden of the gut. A healthy gut, in turn, improves digestion, reduces inflammation, and enhances nutrient absorption. This is where its union with blueberries becomes so powerful. Antioxidants meet live cultures, and together they support detoxification, regularity, and cellular repair. When the gut is strong, the mind is clearer, the body flows with greater ease. To make the most of this partnership, prepare a simple bowl, a scoop of plain Greek yogurt, a handful of fresh or frozen blueberries, and a touch of cinnamon or seeds. It is a dish both humble and profound, feeding not just hunger, but inner resilience. 3. Walnuts and mixed nuts, the brain's companion. And finally, we arrive at walnuts, gnarled, earthy, and shaped like the brain they so beautifully protect. Walnuts are rich in alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 that supports cognitive clarity, emotional balance, and inflammation regulation. These fats, along with polyphenols, act as guardians of the nervous system, helping to preserve memory and slow cognitive decline, a growing concern in the later stages of life. When consumed with blueberries, a synergy unfolds. The fruit brings antioxidants, the nut essential fats and minerals. Together, they create a powerful matrix of protection, enhancing neuron function, supporting mood stability, and defending against oxidative stress. But it doesn't stop at walnuts. Almonds, cashews, and pecans offer their own unique contributions: magnesium for muscle relaxation, vitamin E for cellular protection, and zinc for immune strength. For a nourishing snack or breakfast, scatter chopped nuts and blueberries over a bowl of Greek yogurt or a leafy green salad. You'll receive not only a spectrum of nutrients, but a beautiful contrast of textures and flavors, a reminder that health need not be bland to be meaningful, the art of intelligent pairing. What all of this reveals is simple. How we eat matters as much as what we eat. When you consume blueberries alone, they are already a gift. But when paired with awareness, with banana, Greek yogurt, or walnuts, they become a force. This is especially true for those over 60 whose bodies require more intentional care. At this stage, every meal becomes an opportunity, not just to nourish, but to heal, not just to sustain, but to awaken. So avoid careless combinations that cloud the fruit's power. Embrace those that enhance it, and above all, eat with presence. Let each bite be an act of respect for your body, your years, and the quiet wisdom that continues to grow within you. Your journey through aging is not one of fading, but of unfolding. Choose foods that align with that unfolding, and you will walk your path not only with strength, but with grace. When you choose to combine blueberries with bananas, unsweetened Greek yogurt, and a small handful of walnuts or mixed nuts, you are not merely preparing a meal. You are practicing a form of self-respect, an artful ritual that feeds your future. This combination is more than delicious, it is functional, it is medicine in its most natural form. Together, these ingredients work in quiet harmony. They improve antioxidant absorption, support blood sugar stability, enhance digestive balance, strengthen your immune defense, and preserve the clarity of the mind. Each element plays its role. The banana provides soluble fiber and gentle energy. The yogurt offers protein and probiotics. The nuts deliver healthy fats and essential minerals. And the blueberry, always at the center, awakens each with its ancient intelligence. So the next time you reach for blueberries, pause for a moment. Ask not only what they taste like, but what they will awaken in you. Pair them with intention. In doing so, you transform a simple meal into a quiet act of longevity. Now, let us consider how you can make this small fruit a daily ally. The simplest way? Eat them fresh. Around 30 blueberries per day, roughly a small handful, is enough to receive their full benefits. Enjoy them during breakfast or as a mindful snack in the morning or afternoon. They are versatile. Pair them with oatmeal or whole grain cereal. Scatter them into a chopped fruit bowl, or blend them into a smoothie with water, almond milk, or oat milk. Just remember, avoid cow's milk as it can interfere with nutrient absorption. Here is a nourishing recipe to begin your day with intention. Blend a ripe banana with a handful of blueberries, a spoonful of honey, and cool water. The result is simple, yet deeply energizing. If you are managing blood sugar levels, know that blueberries sit at a medium glycemic index of 53. This means they release glucose steadily, supporting calm energy rather than sharp spikes. Still, for those with diabetes or related conditions, it is wise to consult your physician before making any dietary adjustments. The body, especially as it ages, must be approached with awareness and care. When fresh blueberries are not available, frozen ones make a worthy substitute. Choose those without added sugars. Blend them straight from the freezer or stir them into warm oatmeal or a bowl of plain Greek yogurt. Their nutrients remain potent, their effects still profound. But remember, no food exists in isolation. Blueberries are not a magic cure. Their true strength emerges when they become part of a greater practice, a life of balance, presence, and nourishment. Drink enough water, move the body, rest with purpose, breathe with intention, reduce stress where you can. This is how healing becomes sustainable. There are, however, a few important cautions to carry in your awareness. Although rare, some individuals may be allergic to blueberries. Symptoms may include itching, swelling, rashes, or in extreme cases, difficulty breathing. If such signs appear, seek medical attention immediately. If you are taking blood thinners like warfarin, speak with your doctor before increasing your intake of blueberries. Their vitamin K content, though beneficial in most cases, may interfere with your medication. Likewise, those with kidney conditions should proceed mindfully. Some renal diets limit fruit intake, and professional guidance is essential. And for those on diabetes medication, blueberries may enhance insulin response. Monitor your glucose levels regularly and consult your physician if you notice significant changes. Lastly, for elders who face difficulty chewing or swallowing, blueberries can be softened, pured into a smoothie, or gently cooked into a compote. No sugar is needed, just time, heat, and patience. Mixed with Greek yogurt or spooned over warm grains, the fruit still nourishes, still heals. In every stage of life, but especially in its later chapters, the way we eat becomes a form of philosophy. It is not simply about staying alive. It is about staying awake, tuned in to what the body is asking and what the spirit is ready to receive. Let the blueberry guide you there, small, quiet, and wise. To grow older is not to fade, it is to deepen. And along this path of deepening, certain gifts from nature walk beside us with quiet strength. The blueberry is one of them. Though small in form, it carries great purpose. For those over 60, this fruit becomes more than nourishment. It becomes support for memory, a safeguard for the heart, a light for the eyes, and a gentle renewal for the skin. Its nutrients serve the body not with noise, but with grace. Yet even the most powerful allies require mindful company. Avoid pairing blueberries with cow's milk, cucumber, or pineapple. These combinations may weaken what the berry is meant to strengthen. Instead, choose companions that amplify its effects. Bananas for energy and fiber, plain Greek yogurt for gut and muscle support, and walnuts for brain and heart health. Incorporate them slowly, daily, with care. Over time, you may notice a change, not dramatic, but steady. More clarity in your thinking, steadier energy, deeper calm. Let your meals be more than routine. Let them be ritual. And now I invite you to reflect. How do blueberries show up in your life? How do you receive them? What combinations work best for you? You are not alone on this path. Every small choice you make, every quiet meal ripples into the strength of your later years. Walk gently, eat wisely, and let the simple become sacred.